Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. Don't forget that special coupon code if you'd like to sign up for some savings. You can see the savings in the discount link below. I did recently release a midweek update, and we've got a platinum question and answer session coming up this weekend at Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. All right, let's dive in, see what's going on today. So we've got the dollar. Nothing's changed here in my opinions. Falling wedge, double bottom, and it is working its way up the right-hand side for a stronger dollar. Usually, the monetary policies behind the dollar are stronger than other monetary policies that are backing the currencies that it is being compared against. So we are down today with the dollar down a little bit and yields down just a little bit. But this doesn't look bearish. Bearish is when you get the big red candlesticks like these, and then you get the small greens like that. That's bearish. But when I look at this isn't all that bearish through here. It's a bounce with small selling pressure. This easily could head higher in the short term here. We are along support. That's the support on that blue line that we are rubbing up against at this current time. The 10 years down a little bit too, and we're also, I think there's a support line through here if it wants to show up. There it is. I don't know if I drew that perfectly. Let me see if I can move it a teeny bit. So this can you can lever it like this, depending on where you want to contact it. But we're at support in that general area, and we've fallen pretty slowly here. It's not like we're getting a huge, a huge burst lower in yields, a huge buying pressure in the 10-year yield. So that kind of just slowly falling, and the 30 years doing the same thing, just a slow little fall here. And again, we're not towards any critical support level on the 30 year. It could still fall a little bit more before. We could even go all the way down to 4.3 here, and I would still be like, it has a chance of going higher. So uh, let's be patient, see how this plays out. TLT chopping sideways. So we were up 0.08%. And again, we're in a downtrend here. Downtrend, we're heading higher in the short term. And I'm wondering what it's going to do in this last area here. If we're going to break higher or get up here and turn. We'll see with time. The 2 and the 10, we are flat today for the most part, just chopping sideways. But we've broken through a lot of, this is an important resistance area on the short term, and we've broken through that. So the curve has been inverted. TYX TNX ratio is up just a tad today. So we're not really getting a huge tailwind or headwind or gold or silver or any of these. We're just chopping sideways. So gold's up a little bit, $12. I wouldn't get too, excited here. It could be an inverted bloody nose where we continue lower. It's a possibility. We did hold up today. We could also chop sideways, bounce around like this, create some sort of consolidation pattern. So that's also still a possibility. And silver's up a little bit. And again, the momentum is still down. That hasn't changed. And we just had a small little update today, 1.24%. Platinum's up 3.7%, a little bit larger reversal candlestick than, say, silver. But the momentum is still to the downside. That has not changed here in the short term. We have to reverse that and turn it on higher if we want to go higher. So momentum's still lower. And then palladium's up 5%. It's trying to turn. Momentum is down still, barely. Let me see. Let me zoom in on a shorter term time frame. So here's your small shoulder candlestick or setup. I mean, we came on down. Usually This looks like it's trying to bottom here. It looks actually pretty good. So what you see on these is you get a big run higher. You run into a shoulder head shoulder. You come on down. Then you get a bottoming pattern here and a topping pattern real quick. And then your ultimate bottom would be somewhere in here. That's what I'm seeing in a lot of different sectors right now. Lithium's doing the same thing. So this could be a bottom here, and we could start to work our way on up with platinum. Or palladium. Let me see platinum here real quick. Platinum's got a very similar pattern here, kind of a shoulder, head, shoulder. Came on down there, there, and then we've got the shoulder, head, shoulder, bottoming pattern. So yeah, these do look like we could potentially bottom. We'll see what follow through there is. Whenever you do these on a really, really short time frame, sometimes they're not as accurate. So I'm not saying that what I just showed you is completely, it's 100% in the bag, because in the short term things can move very quickly in both directions. But it looks like it's trying to bottom for both platinum, palladium. Let me see if silver's got it too, real quick. So there's your shoulder, head, shoulder, top. You get this is like a bearish rising flag pattern. We came on down. It looks like it's trying to bottom. You run a line through here, a little double bottom. See if we can break through. We haven't broken through yet, so it'd be a little bit premature to say that this is for surely bottomed. We need to see follow through. And that's why I remain open, because when you look at this, we still have downward momentum. It's trying to turn, but it may not turn. So we have to wait and see. XEU to gold ratio is up a little bit. That is a more of a bullish piercing candlestick. We could be trying to turn the corner here. And again, this is from a ridiculously low level. Everything is still good on the long term for this ratio, gold and silver mining companies versus gold. So this is still cheap. Yeah, we got some volatility, but I wouldn't be too worried. You're getting such a good value down here. So GDX, yeah, we're moving sideways. We're trying to put in a bottom. We'll see. That doesn't mean that if we turn, that we get the follow through that everybody wants and that we just rip here. There's a possibility that we close the gap and then it rolls over. That's another possibility depending on what pattern we create. So patience, let's see what happens. GDXJ, it's a very similar pattern, and SILJ, it's the same. It's all the same pattern. We got this gap that could fill, and depending on how we come up and fill that gap, we could roll over, and that happens a lot. We get a big initial surge, it comes back up. People think it's the return to normal, and then we roll over, and then we do that pattern that we saw where you get like a bottom, a little peak, and then like that's your ultimate bottom, and then you go higher, and it's usually in some sort of falling wedge. I don't know how I created that. It's like in my blood. I don't know. I'm just throwing that down that could be something like that. Crude oil. What happened here, guys? 3.45%. Big update on crude oil. We had these kind of what could have been reversal candlesticks, which it turned out to be. Usually you come down to this bottom here. We'll see if there's follow through here. It looks pretty good at this moment. We can draw maybe a trend line if we can break through that thing and not turn down. If we can break through and head higher, maybe there's a possibility that oil can head higher here instead of lower. So that's something to watch. I'm curious to see what happens here. TTF gas down a little bit, but to me, this looks like it's trying to bottom. Falling, we've got all these falling wedges. So looks like we had a little peak here. We've got a falling wedge, and then we've got this weird looking trying to bottom pattern. it's I don't know what this is, but it's trying to bottom. Reason I think it's trying is we got nice big bullish engulfing, small little red candlesticks. The big greens and small reds in here. I think it's trying to bottom here. Natural gas in America, just a small little red candlestick, but I think that this is going to head higher. We've got demand coming, 25, 26, LNG demand. I think we're going to have to get drilling, guys. So if we're going to have to get drilling, this price has to come on up to a level to entice drilling. So is 344 good enough? It might be, but it may have to head up a little bit higher to turn on more drilling activity. So our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, up a little bit. We're holding steady above support. We'll see if we can turn this guy around or not. I'm not calling for a bottom yet. We need to get some big green candlesticks to show up and be like, okay, we're being serious about this. OIH is looking a little bit better. It's up 2.19, coming up into resistance. That's good to see. It's good to see some strength coming up into resistance, and we'll see if it follows through and continues that momentum upward. What this means is that these days, uh, I'll say this: maybe they don't want oil to go up, so they're using tactics to try to keep it down. Put it that way. And that was the tariff information that they put against China. China. So yeah, that's what I'll say there. Newcastle coal futures up 2.82%. This is looking good. This is looking real good. Yes, I like it. Let's see if we can get some momentum. Let's break through this 117, 118 level. Create a double bottom. Let's get this thing done. Come on. Let's go Newcastle coal futures. Sprout Physical Uranium Trust is up 1.95%. That's a good thing, guys. This looks decent. We're getting some buying pressure here. Um, some people are going to say it's a shoulder head shoulder that we're going to create. I don't know, maybe, but we'll see. We'll see what the bounce looks like. But we got a bounce there in the Sprout Physical Uranium Trust. The uranium price looks really good. This is a falling kind of wedge flag pattern. We've got bigger buying pressure, smaller selling pressure. Those generally, go upward. So that still looks good. URA down a little bit, 1.92%. That still has some downside momentum, but the URNM and URNJ looking pretty solid today. That's a bullish, piercing, almost Polish engulfing. So what that means is that the downtrend, if you draw a downtrend line, so see, we peaked in a lot of these. We put in this, and this is a short term, so like a shoulder, or sorry, like a shoulder, a head, and then the shoulder's retarded, so it just flew. Sorry, not retarded, it's stupid. But we have like a downtrend line here that's been broken, so that's good, of this falling wedge. And it's looking good. Like we're going to try to work our way on up. So I would say that momentum's up. It looks like it's going to go here and try to work its way on up. So looks really good, and we're in the support area. Same thing happened with URNJ. It's a big bullish piercing candlestick where we could try to work our way on up. So think of it as a simple downtrend line or a falling wedge that we've broken to the upside. So that looks good. It looks good. We'll see if we can get some follow through going. Nickel chopping sideways, so not much there going on. Copper's up 0.91%. I think copper is going to make a move here. It's looking good. We've got, if you use I don't really use the relative strength, but a lot of people do. I think this is going to turn on up and work its way on up here. I don't really use the RSI. It's, yeah, but I like how this is looking. There's not much selling pressure through here outside of this one day, but we had a nice, good reverse candlestick coming back up. So I think this is poised for a move on up. COPX is holding steady, kind of at almost all-time highs. It is a reversal candlestick on the monthly candlestick there. So we are getting selling pressure, but we're not seeing a ton of follow through. So I think this will eventually work its way on up because of the lack of follow through, is how I'm coming to that conclusion. Lithium down a little bit today, but again, are we going to create some sort of pattern? We'll see what this looks like, whatever it is. And not a ton of selling pressure. So that's really what I'm gauging. We're in an uptrend move. So we have a falling wedge, double bottom, moving higher, and we are looking for follow through to the downside or upside. And right now, I don't see a ton of downside, follow through. So I'm looking for upside pressure then. REMX is in a similar situation. So we've been consolidating, looks like could be a falling wedge, something like that. But we're in an uptrend. So we've been coming on up. We have a little bit of a consolidation pullback. We're looking for buying pressure to step in at some point. And when you look, you want to look for things that are squeezing into corners like that, where you could get a green candlestick. And that's generally a good time to enter if someone's interested in entering for a short-term play. In a long term, I like it down here. I mean, that's where I would have gone in. Iron ore, chopping sideways. It looks good. There's not a lot of selling pressure here, and that's coiled up to move higher. So I like the way that this looks a lot. I think this looks fantastic. Um, nice big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could be a Livermore accumulation cylinder that we eventually break way higher. So I'm going to remain bullish on iron ore. Aluminum. Aluminum up 0.9%. I love it. Looks like we're starting to break higher. We're out of that $2,650, $2,700 level. And I think we're just going to kind of melt on up. It looks good. We're in a nice, good uptrend here. Baltic Dry Index up 1.1%, looking solid. That looks good to go higher. Breaking out of this big pattern there. Emerging markets is down a little bit today. But again, we've been trucking higher. We're in an uptrend. It looks good. And we're just got to break through this last little resistance area to break on out of here and get running. Moves up 0.63%. I'm waiting for this to frickin' break. I am ready. Let's go. Take me, Moo. Take me higher. We've got this inverted shoulder head shoulder thing going on here. We're in the shoulder still. However long it takes, it can take its time, but it's looking okay. KRE down a little bit. That looks a little bit more nasty. They got to come in here, do some QE, save these things. That looks like it wants to roll over. Think of it as like a rising wedge off of strong selling pressure. So you get strong selling pressure, and then you come up and roll over. So that's my guess there. That's a possibility. XHB down 2.2%. This was looking pretty good here. It still looks okay. This is where it looks good. This was in a downtrend, reversal candlestick of the bullish engulfing. We're trying to make our way higher, encountering a little bit of resistance today. Russell's down 1.45%. Why is this getting spanked today? But that's down. I don't really watch the Russell. I'm not in any of this, but it's up there. It's trying, but a little bit of selling pressure today. We've got the SPX getting some selling pressure down 0.53%. This is way up there. I don't like seeing these kinds of setups where you get this big selling pressure candlestick and then you struggle to move higher within it, within the candlestick. Sometimes those end in tears to the downside. NASDAQ's down 0.93% too. And again, we're inside that candlestick just like the S&P. And the Russell's got some similar-ish thing going on too. DJT down a little bit. That still looks pretty good. We're above support there on that trend line. We could just break out, retest, and if we move on higher, then I'd say it looks pretty good. But we're looking good right now. We're above support. If we break below this, then I'd say, it's looking a little worse. XLI also up 1.3, and that's kind of doing the same retest move as DJT was. A lot of selling pressure here, though. In that circle, there's a whole bunch of big red candlesticks all grouped up in there. Like it wants to try to go lower. And we'll see how it transpires. We've got Bitcoin down, but still above support. So that's still holding on, looking okay at the moment. Ethereum's down 2.2. Now this could get jiggy with it. We'll see. We're at that support level. We failed to kind of get through this. And if we start to rip lower here, it's possible that we get a bigger sell-off. So that is a possibility there. MicroStrategy selling off 7%. This thing needs to go bankrupt. Like this thing just needs to go away. I don't know why anyone's buying this crap. I mean, the guy's leveraging to the hilt to buy a fictitious, intangible Bitcoin, and he's doing it on like massive margin. it's like, oh my God. Talk about buying a top. And then I'm just going to go here. BTC USD divided by gold. I mean, this thing, this is looking so vulnerable right now. Um, what this is, if we get a breakdown here, which we have, where gold's starting to outperform, and really what this is a shoulder head shoulder absolute domination by hard assets here. This year, this entire move uh, of this again is hard assets versus financial. So financial assets outperform. This is like a turn. So this was like your big move here. This is your slowdown move. And then if this rolls and breaks over, I mean, this guy's going to go bankrupt so fast because I mean, this thing's going to fall and drop like a rocket if they can't keep this up. So this thing looks ugly for Bitcoin versus gold, and we might get a return move where you break out and then it comes up and rolls over. So I don't know. I good luck MicroStrategy here. Good luck. I mean, if this thing dive bombs, this thing needs to just go out of existence. My lord. Anyway, the VIX is up a little bit, up 4% today. They got to get the plunge protection team out, keep this thing down. Otherwise, there could be some mayhem out there, right? We don't need the VIX spiking on us. But that's what I'm seeing right there for today. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. Special coupon code. We'll go over whatever you want. In the beginning, I'm going to go over something. It deals with portfolio allocation. I'm going to compare a couple of different strategies, show you the outcomes. It doesn't mean what I'm showing you is 100% right, but it's the ideas behind it. It deals with, should I allocate to 20 or 30 different companies, or should I allocate to only 5 or 10? And what differences are between these different allocation strategies? You know, what if we were to apply these allocation strategies to previous bull markets, you know, the previous one, what would our outcome be? And kind of go through a little bit of that and show you some different uh, ideas around what I've done. And I think there's some general rules that we can gain from it, from the examples that I'll give. So there's some things there, and I'll reinforce why we're doing some things the way we're doing it. And once you, I think here's kind of some key things to nail this a little bit better down is company selection, portfolio allocation strategies. They're a big part of this to be successful in a commodity bull market, to maximize what you want and to minimize risk. So I will go over some of this with everyone this Saturday at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. It'll be recorded too, so even if you can't be there, it'll be on the website afterwards. So we can go through it, and I'll just give you general rules of thumb and different ideas, maybe how to allocate. I get a lot of people, you know, what are your top 3 or 5 or 10 companies? We're gonna dive in, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, but that's all I've got for today. So we'll catch you next time, guys. See ya.